I've made a number of videos about people that either give money or people that receive money for stuff that I don't feel is worthwhile causes, and it's always been something that's fascinated me in life. Why people give money to one cause over another, or just give their hard-earned money at all. And I just saw some news this morning that it just made me just doubt humanity even more. And maybe I just don't have an understanding of why people are just as giving as they are to certain circumstances, companies, persons, needs, whatever the case may be. And I just want to scream and yell about it, for lack of a better term. Penn State University. I've made a video or two about them here in the past. Just to throw the cards on the table here, I'm not too thrilled with what they did as an institution to help protect and keep employed Mr. Jerry Sandusky. Allowed him access to the numerous facilities on Penn State University, and basically let him go on and commit his reign of terror against children that he sexually assaulted again and again and again, while the hierarchy of the college knew full well that he was doing this. And when they finally got all-out confirmation that he was doing this, they decided to cover it up and not go to the police about it. Alright, we all pretty much know about that, unless you've been living under a rock or you just don't like the news. But Penn State University, and I'll leave a link in the video description for a news article talking about this. I just saw Penn State University received the second highest amount of donations ever in the school's history. Now, right off the bat, you guys might be saying, who gives a shit? Who cares who donated? No one was forced to donate. I got all that, people. This is more on me wanting to know and understand the principles on which people donated to this school. Because this school just got a shit ton of money, and they're in probably, well, not probably, they are in their darkest hour. And it just, I don't know how to see this as any other way of people feeling sorry for this school right now. And I don't understand that. And if it's not that people feel sorry and that's why a shit ton of donations flooded their way, what is it? Because I don't understand it if it's not people feeling sympathetic to this school because they're in financial crisis right now because of the mess they got themselves into. Let me repeat that. The mess they got themselves into. All right. Now, I'll elaborate on that a little further. Let me just read you a little excerpt from the article here so we know what's happening. And yes, I'm mad, and there's probably going to be a lot of yelling in this video, so save the, you mad, bro? Save those keystrokes. Anyways, Penn State donation second highest in school history. State College, Pennsylvania. Penn State received more than $208 million in donations for the fiscal year that just ended, the second highest total in university history, despite the upheaval after the arrest of Jerry Sandusky on child sex abuse charges, excuse me. The school said Monday there was a slight uptick in the number of alumni who donated money gifts in the fiscal year that ended June 30th to more than 75,500, reversing 2 years of slight declines. We're very grateful, humbled really, to have this kind of response from Penn Staters who I think have rallied to the cause by the side of the institution through a very difficult time. Rod Kirsch, Senior Vice President for Development of Alumni Relations, said Monday in an interview. Okay, basically, this school is being rallied to by the alumni because they are in financial crisis, and they're going to be in even worse financial crisis because of this Jerry Sandusky subsequent trial and trial and subsequent trials that are going to come from this in civil court, because all the kids that have been sexually abused and that were that were at the campus of Penn State, and Penn State knowingly allowed Jerry Sandusky to remain there under questionable circumstances, on top of having people physically see the sexual acts he was committed against children. Those kids now have a right to go to civil court and sue this school for as many pennies as they so choose to. All right? Now, I understand Penn State is going to be in a financial rut from this. They already are suffering from this. But here's the thing. They deserve to suffer for this. I cannot understand, and this is what gets me so fucking pissed off about this, why people feel sorry for a second over Penn State. Now, I know, they fired Jerry Sandusky and people feel bad for that. They fired Joe Paterno. And I really don't want to drag Joe's name into this, because as far as the chain of people that messed up in this scenario, he's pretty far down near the bottom of the list. But I do want to bring him up for one reason only. I'll get to that in a second here. Now, Penn Staters, as this person says, they're throwing money at this school to go, oh my God, we feel so sorry for you. Here, take some money. We know you're going to be suffering from this. I can't stand Penn State University now. I can't stand seeing people represent Penn State University. I can't stand their alumni. I can't stand people going there. I'll just tell you flat out right now that everything about that university just disgusts me. Because there were so many people, and like I said, Joe Paterno's name was low down on the list, and this is that one part where I want to bring up Joe Paterno's name. Joe Paterno's name was so low down on the list of people that messed up from this. Now, back when this was all unfolding, it was released that the details of this were such that the head of the university president, the head of the finance committee, a number of other people that were the top ranking of the food chain of this university knew about what Jerry Sandusky was doing. They protected Jerry Sandusky. They allowed him access to the facilities at Penn State University. They didn't contact the police, even though there was more than enough damning evidence to warrant doing so. They protected this man. This man sexually abused child after child after child, year after year after year after year. And what did Penn Staters do? Didn't really care. I mean, they felt bad about it. It was in the news and all, and they're like, damn, that sucks. Now, what happened when Joe Paterno was fired for his role in all of this? To the streets! To the streets! My God, they can't arrest Joe! We gotta flip cars! We gotta riot! We gotta do all this shit! You little sons of bitches didn't even raise a finger when it was more than known that your university president was the head man in a cover-up of a sex abuse scandal of children. You didn't give a shit about that till all the top people that were representing your university covered this story up. You didn't give a shit about that until Joe Paterno was fired. Screw you. Screw all the alumni that go to this school. Screw everyone that donated a penny to this school because they feel sorry for them. And screw everyone that didn't give a flying fuck until Joe Paterno was fired. Till the head of the football team, the big football coach, was fired. No one gave a shit at this university till he was fired. Poor Joe is fired. Now, like I said, that's the only time I'm going to bring up Joe Paterno and all this. And I love how, when all this was unfolding, there was, no real just disgust from the school over the numerous atrocities, the numerous felonies that were committed against children, till the media pressured them to do so. All of a sudden, once the kids were getting criticized for only showing up to rally for Joe, they said, oh, we gotta have a candlelight vigil for the kids. Screw you, too little, too late. This university wants to talk about how intelligent the kids that graduate there are. Where were you guys? Where were you guys calling for the head of the university president that willingly knew what was going on with Jerry Sandusky, that willingly didn't go to the police, that willingly covered this up for year after year while this guy committed more criminal acts to children? And now these people, these alumni, these students feel sorry for this school, that they're going to give them money, that these donators, and there's people that are donating that weren't alumni to this school, these donators, there's one guy, he's the head of a Pennsylvania gas company, he donated like $100 million. These people feel that sorry for this school, that they're going to want to give them a bailout. You know how upset people get when a big company gets bailed out in America? Why aren't people upset about this? This university is basically getting a bailout because they messed up. They willingly let this guy, and I can't repeat this point enough, they knew about the crimes Jerry Sandusky was committing, and the school covered it up. They could have quenched this, ended this years ago. They could have looked heroic for standing up for someone that was one of the highest ranking members in the football organization, because he was one of the, I forget, he was offensive or defensive coordinator. Anyway, it's besides the point. He was one of the highest ranking members on the university's football team, and they could have been like, wow, they stood up and they ousted one of their own and they did the right thing. No, instead this university covered it up for, what was it, like 8 to 10 years? Here's your money, Penn State. Good, you did a great job. I just don't get it. This school deserves to suffer. This school deserves every ounce of suffering that they get from the financial rut that they deserve to be in. Why people feel more inclined now to give this school money, I will never fucking understand. What am I not getting here, people? What am I not understanding? Someone explain it to me. Why does anyone for a second feel sorry about this school? Why are people giving more money to this school? I'm at a loss for words. I'm at an absolute loss for words. I'm just disgusted even more at humanity. You know, I keep saying that in my videos. Well, this is the rock bottom of disgust that I have for humanity. And yes, I know there's worse things going on in the world to be disgusted about. But just something that I've studied my whole life and just wondered why people give money for the reasons they do. This just sits at the bottom of my stomach and just festers and just makes me go, I want to throw up. Why do people feel sorry for Penn State? Why do people feel sorry for Penn State for 1 second? Oh no, they're going to have all these legal fees. Oh my God, they're going to have all these court costs because of the numerous civil cases that are coming their way. Oh, please take my money. You guys are going to be in financial peril because you covered up the acts of a criminal pedophile for years. Oh my God. Who graduated from this school? I always thought and heard, and I know people who went to this school that are some of the most intelligent people I know. And the people are just willing to give this school money to bail them out. Where's the outrage over this? Where's the people going, oh my God, people want to bail out big corporate America. Now people want to bail out Penn State University. This school committed outright crimes, atrocities, whatever you want to look at it as. They covered up Jerry Sandusky and they willingly did it. Why do you want to give this school money? Why do you want to help them pay their legal fees? Why? I just don't get it. I don't understand and I never will. Only in America? I don't know, is that what it is? People just have their minds wrapped around patriotism and see sticking up for the university as a patriotic act because I went to school there and I'm proud to go to school there, and which is all well and good. I'm thankful for the university I went to. I feel I'm a better person because of the education I got from the degree program I took at my school. But man, the fact that it's the second highest round of donations in school history, that's more than being patriotic. That's rallying to a cause. And the cause is to help the university out in a time of financial crisis. A time of financial crisis that they deserve to be in, that they are in simply because they deserve to be there. And again, the students didn't give a shit until Joe Paterno got his job taken away. That shows you where the mindset of the kids that go to this school are at. We won't rally to the street if there's just mountains of proof against the president of the university, the symbol of the university. Yes, I know, Joe Paterno was the face of the university, but the symbol of your university is your school president. And that person willingly covered up Jerry Sandusky, didn't go to authorities about the actions Jerry Sandusky was committing, and these students didn't rally for a second to get their president ousted. But when the head of the football coach was, take to the streets, flip cars, running around screaming like lunatics. Sickening. Absolutely sickening. Have a great day, everyone.